We're now just awaiting the SpaceX launch director's go for launch call. Should be coming here in the next 5 seconds.
30 seconds.
Launch director, go for launch.
And with that call from SpaceX, we're less than 30 seconds away from the liftoff of this Falcon 9 rocket from Space Launch Complex 40. "15 seconds. And here we go in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engine ignition and liftoff of the Falcon 9 rocket on the StarLink 12-18 mission. The Falcon 9 has cleared the tower. A little more than a minute into the flight of the Falcon 9 rocket. Some great work by our tracking team. Coming up on max Q, the point of greatest aerodynamic pressure on the vehicle here.
Max Q.
Good call from SpaceX. Next, we'll be hearing about the thermal conditioning of the Merlin vacuum engine prior to its first ignition.
Stage 2 engine chill.
With that good call, we're coming up on a few events in fairly rapid succession. We'll see first stage main engine cutoff at about T plus 2 minutes and 24 seconds, followed by stage separation, then the ignition of the Merlin vacuum engine. Payload fairings will be deployed at about T plus 3 minutes and 4 seconds. Nico, see that stage separation? And SES-1.
Main engine cutoff. Stage separation confirmed. Stage 2 ignition.
Good calls, good views from SpaceX and its onboard cameras. Now a little more than 3 minutes into flight. Should be seeing those payload fairings deploy any second now. Of course, the rocket's passing by some clouds in our tracking camera view, but you see those fairings now separated, drifting away from the Falcon 9 upper stage.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Good call from SpaceX. Those StarLink satellites now exposed to the vacuum of space for the first time on this mission. Now a little more than 4 minutes into flight here. Next milestone coming up is the start of the first stage entry burn, which should begin about the 6-minute mark into flight. It's a 28-second long burn, using 3 of the engines on the Falcon 9's booster stage. Some nice views of the Bahamas just off the edge of the Falcon 9 first stage booster. Coming up here in now less than a week, if the schedule doesn't shift, the StarLink 12-4 mission is set to have a touchdown in the midst of the Bahamas. The first time that SpaceX is going to be flying that trajectory. Excuse me, the 10-12 mission. Correction on that. Taking a look up through the interstage there on the left-hand side of your screen at the top of the booster stack. Now back down beneath the two hypersonic grid fins we can see from this angle. Those occasional bursts that you're seeing in between those grid fins, those are the cold gas thrusters that help the booster to adjust its attitude or positioning. Coming up here on the start of the entry burn, should be beginning right now. Scanning the skies to see if we might be able to catch that for you, this roughly 28-second long burn.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
Stage 1 FTS has safed.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
With the conclusion of the entry burn, we're now looking for the start of the landing
Stage 2 FTS has safed.
burn. That landing burn set to begin at roughly T plus 7 minutes and 47 seconds. That burn will just use one of the Merlin engines on the booster stage to help B-1077 have a safe touchdown attempt.
Stage 1 transonic.
On the drone ship, just read the instructions.
Stage 1 landing burn.
Stage 2 terminal guidance.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
And a good landing of B-1077. Didn't hear the call for nominal orbit insertion, but assuming that was achieved following the shutdown of the Merlin vacuum engine, that upper stage now enters into a coast phase until about T plus 54 minutes and 3 seconds. There will be a brief 2-second burn on that upper stage engine to help circularize the orbit, setting up for the StarLink satellites to be deployed at T plus 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 12 seconds.